Hello, dear Audrius. Thank you for accepting the invitation to record this video in our cost action. I know you are working on different topics, and I would start with your one of your recent papers. And we know that the paper discusses and where and how arbitrage is detected in crypto exchanges. So my question would be, who inspired this research? Is it pure academic investigation, curiosity, or does it come from industry?
Hi, hello, Vasily. This is really a good question. Actually, the problem and the question was raised by industry, fintech company. I don't want to mention the name, or may I? It depends. So if you wish, you can find the name in our paper. However, it was inspired by the company. The company actually has its small like a crypto exchange, which operates very limited, and they decided actually to extend their business, and found that in some cases, in some exchanges, crypto exchanges especially, actually you can find the prices which follows arbitrage. Actually, arbitrage is this when the price of some crypto currency actually is the same on, or not the same, actually it's very different on two different exchanges. In one exchange you can buy and sell very quickly at the same moment everything what you got, everything what you have. So actually that was inspired by the company, and we just try to help them how to do this faster, how to find where we should expect, for example, arbitrage to appear, and how we can analyze that, what we should expect, and so on and so on. So that was our academical support to the company.
Thank you, Audrius, very much for the details. So it's a very good example of how academia can support practitioners to innovate and take their activity one step further. So now I would kindly ask you to be a little bit more technical, not too technical, however, and give us a few details about the structure of the paper and the main techniques you have used in it.
Okay, so let me start that we analyzed, first of all, only a small part of crypto exchanges. We just analyzed 20 crypto exchanges that operated by nearly 3 years. So from 2018 up to 2020. A little bit after COVID appeared, so it also includes some data from COVID period. And of course, what we try to do, first of all, we try to look at the crypto exchanges and the appearance of arbitrage as a network, as a graph, actually. So we started with the graph theory, which should help us to identify somehow which crypto exchange could be the initiator, for example, of arbitrage. Let's say where it started, right? For example, the price is very small there, and and you can try to sell in other crypto exchanges. It's much lower than everywhere else. So we started from that. We used graph theory, network tools. We try to identify some hubs that influence other network participants and so on. So that we started from that. Of course, this helped us to identify two types of crypto exchanges. Those that are initiators, where everything started, and those where you already finish your transaction or your arbitrage transaction, right? So somewhere you have to buy the cryptocurrency, and somewhere you have to sell. So there are two types of cases, right? When the price somewhere is very low, so you buy there and you sell in some other exchanges. Otherwise, for example, there could be such a case when the price is super high somewhere, and you just have to buy whatever you want and you sell in that exchange. So we're trying to identify those where everything started, no matter which situation has appeared. We don't know actually that, so we didn't try even to reveal at the moment. So using graph theory, of course, it was possible. And we measured a lot of stuff that are very technical. I don't want to go into super details, as hubs, authorities, page rank, the strength of hub or actually crypto exchange, which actually identifies how much you should expect arbitrage in that crypto exchange. That is very helpful, of course. So
sorry for interruption. I would like to kindly ask you to, if you can, to connect this discussion about techniques you have used with the main results you have obtained. So what you've actually found.
Yes, exactly. So we found as these two things that a couple of exchanges generate the initiate arbitrage very often. And this and some and these tools, graph theory tools, actually helped us. Moreover, to add some new things, we also invented new index, or we call it actually arbitrage ratio. So each crypto exchange received its arbitrage index or ratio actually. So which helped us to identify its position in all the entire list of crypto exchanges. So that's actually our two main results, which allows us to identify the like a role of the exchange, right? So we did that, and of course, I can give you the name of the exchange, but this is not the case, because you can check that and so on. Moreover, it turns out that some exchanges already are closed, and there's some small relation between arbitrage appearance and if the crypto exchange will survive longer. It turns out that in some cases, crypto exchanges where arbitrage appears very often, they are very risky, and it happens sometimes that arbitrage appears because the exchange is going to be closed. So this. For further research, of course, this is left, but we have some feedbacks from industry, which observe this, and probably we should work on this pretty later.
Yeah. So exactly, that was my next question, which you initiated. So would be, if you've discussed the result with industry, what was their feedback mainly? So what was how they thought of, okay, we might use this in order to move forward?
Yes, good point. Industry actually was very keen on that, because what we found, they knew somehow that there exist two sides of each crypto exchange, but now we have this ratio, arbitrage ratio, and this allows them to identify perfectly what they should expect. For example, where they should keep money, right, to buy, and where they should sell everything. So now they have these roles, and it allows to save a lot of money. Because if you spread all your money into hundreds of crypto exchanges, well, you never know what you should expect, right? Now you know exactly what you should expect from the crypto exchange, and you can put your money and keep money in that crypto exchange pretty efficiently. So this was one of the insights. The other side was that they said, okay, now we know exactly. Well, we have some from experience knowledge that, as I already said before, that some crypto exchanges might be closed. So a lot or high level of arbitrage may indicate that the crypto exchange might be closed one day. So a couple of these very high level initiators have been closed during these 2 years, 2001, 3 years, sorry. So that were the main kind of feedbacks from industry, and they are very happy with this. Of course, yeah. So.
Thank you, Audrius, very much. So it seems that, try to summarize it here, your arbitrage ratio is very important for them to diversify their portfolio of where they have their assets, and also might be very useful in flagging those exchanges who might have some kind of problem somewhere in the future. So it's a very good example of research going directly to innovation and practical use. So thank you very much. And I would now, before closing, would like to, if you would be so kind to give us a few details of what's next. Where are you going with the research? So what to expect next?
Okay, yeah, I understand the question. Together with my colleague Christina, actually we're still working, thinking what we could do next, but there are already some things that companies revealed, reviewers revealed, which could be done definitely and could be very helpful. For example, using mathematics, using statistics, we actually can predict even with some confidence that in some exchanges, for example, tomorrow there will be arbitrage. So we're going to work on mathematical models, probabilistic models, how to forecast that, where we should expect, for example, the arbitrage. Of course, the amount may be pretty small, right? If it is 10 euros, well, you will not use it to sell and buy. But if the amount is higher, of course, you can accumulate a huge amount of money. The other trend, of course, is to use external data, which we didn't use this time. We try to do that. We used canonical correlations to reveal how the arbitrage is related, for example, to volatilities in that market and so on. But we need more research to conduct using these external data. Example, economical situation, Forex, right, at least, or some commodities market, and check, for example, if the arbitrage is related, let's say, to some high drawdowns in let's say in euro-dollar exchange, right? Maybe it influences also arbitrage in crypto exchanges. That was not analyzed, and I think that would be really interesting. So these are two main directions which we're going to work.
So thank you very much. This sounds very interesting. Forecasting would be, I think, a very, very interesting result if you manage to create a model to be able to forecast, and also the other, connecting the crypto world with all other markets is probably something that a lot of people would like to have more insights and be able to do this. So I wish you a successful period ahead connected to your research, and hope to see you here in Bucharest end of October, if travel would be okay in the future. So thank you, Audrius, for taking your time to answer.
Thank you, Vasile, for the invitation.